find out in this video 5 inventions that were supposed to be great but failed, starting with water car. The concept of water car refers to vehicles that use water as the primary fuel source or a significant part of their energy system. While the idea has been appealing to those who are seeking environmentally friendly alternatives to gasoline, the reality has been fraught with challenges. This idea came from Stanley Meyer in 1970s, claiming to convert water into fuel using a process called electrolysis, which split water into hydrogen and oxygen. Simply, Meyer claimed that his device could power a car using only water. Despite initial interest and demonstration, Meyer's statements were met with skepticism. The scientific community could not replicate his result, and he faced legal battles over his patents. He died under mysterious circumstances in 1998, and his technology has not been widely adopted or verified. The next invention that failed miserably is Google Glass. The first concept of Google Glass was introduced in 2012. The idea was to create a wearable technology that could display information in smartphone-like hands-free format. The glasses were equipped with touchpad on the side, allowing users to control the device by swiping through a timeline-like interface. They also included a camera for taking photos and videos and a bone conduction for audio output. It was basically a cell phone before our very eyes. But rapidly, this invention faced public backlash, primarily due to the ability of discreetly record videos and take photos. That led to significant privacy concerns. People were uncomfortable with the idea of being recorded without consent. Some business, bars, and other public places banned the use of Google Glass to protect the privacy of patrons. In addition, the design was criticized for being uncomfortable and not aesthetically pleasing. Furthermore, many users felt that the functionality did not justify the high price because it brought nothing that differed from smartphones. Now Google Glass shifted its focus from consumers to business, recognizing that enterprises could better leverage the technology. So nowadays it's possible to find these glasses in industries like manufacturing, logistics, and healthcare. The next flash in the pan is 3D television. The advent of 3D television was marked by great excitement and high expectation. But beside its initial promise, the technology ultimately failed to gain widespread acceptance. The modern era of 3D television began in late 2000s, driven by advances in digital technologies and the success of 3D movies like Avatar in 2009. The high cost of 3D television and the need for additional accessories like 3D glasses made it an expensive proposition for consumers. Not to mention that wearing 3D glasses was uncomfortable for many people, and despite initial enthusiasm, there was lack of compelling 3D content, and many broadcasters and content creators were slow to produce 3D programming. Major TV manufacturers started phasing out 3D TVs. The next failure is IBM Simon, the 1990 smartphone. But before we go there, if you made this far, please support the channel by subscribing and leaving a like to the video. The IBM Simon is widely regarded as the world's first smartphone, combining a mobile phone with PDA functionalities, which stands for Personal Digital Assistant. The IBM Simon was released to the public in 1990s. It featured a monochrome LCD touchscreen with resolution of 160 and 293 pixels. It came with some functionalities like calendar, address book, email, calculator, and word time clock. Despite its innovative features, the IBM Simon was not a commercial success. It sold only 5,000 units during its 6-month production run. In addition, the short battery life was a major drawback, limiting its practical for extended use. It was a miss, basically for being ahead of its time, but it introduced many features that would become standard in the future smartphone, such as a touchscreen interface and integration of the cell phone with PDA functionalities. The next invention shame is Segway. The Segway PT or personal transporter was introduced with great fanfare in 2001. It was presented as a self-balancing electric-powered personal transporter that used gyroscope sensors control system. The Segway was expected to revolutionize urban transportation. It was portrayed as an environmental friendly alternative to cars and solution to urban congestion. Besides all expectation, it fell off, mainly due to several high-profile accidents. On the other hand, forms of personal electric transportation such as electric scooters, e-bikers, and hoverbirds emerged as more practical and affordable alternatives. In 2020, Segway Inc. announced that it would cease production of the Segway PT. The next video showcases 5 inventions that originated from mistakes. Just click to find them out.